The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Carr. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Hall fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. All again on 2nd down. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win. Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Moore, the man in motion.
Hey, check that. Street. Ready, go.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. And this, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
They'll run with Hall. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
On 2nd and goal, here's an option play left. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. A give right side now to Hunt. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle 3rd of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13, Carr. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, 3rd down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now Carr again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to get the football here at their own 23. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
But you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And some space here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
They'll give to Hall. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The Jets at 2-11 now on the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
Play action. Now Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet 1st down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. Well, we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Well, that's one stuff. We'll see if this defense has another in their back pocket.
I just wonder on the other side of the ball, do you just challenge the big guys up front? This is a short yardage situation. We ought to be able to pick this up. Or do you say to yourself, they are awfully tough. I've got to throw it on this down.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Hurst. Right there, Hurst.
They'll run with Hall. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Moore, the man in motion.
Hey, smash Bronco!
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Raiders have recovered.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. And it's complete to Adams. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Pretty good yards after the catch there on that crossing route. Is a crossing route good for a quarterback because the receiver's coming across his line of vision?
They love those kind of throws. And how many times have you seen any of what we call an in-breaking route? Quarterback really turns it loose, doesn't he? Has a lot more confidence because he can see the play right in front of him.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. Ball into 26, 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Carr. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete. That has to feel like a very unsatisfying drive, right? You move the ball all that way, and then you can't convert on 3rd down.
But it was satisfying up until that point. Almost like a great movie, and then the film cuts out before the big ending.
Carlson able to put this one through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. Oh, he's got and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
Break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And he'll just get rid of it.
But they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. On the counter, it's Hall. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 127 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Straight ahead is Hall.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down.
Hall want to give up the middle.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it.
And the Raiders are going to get the football there as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Carr going to throw. That's going to be caught. It's Jakobi Meyers.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
On play action, now Carr.
Swings this out for Hunt. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action, now it's Carr. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets 16. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Into the red zone, it's Carr. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Got to give credit to both defenses because they've been able to keep the points down. And despite that incompletion, I like the way he's playing. He's putting up decent numbers. What he has to do, find a way to make that sound read and hit that one home run before this one's over.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Lock it. 6. Set, go.
Here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 33 yards that time.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And, in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth-quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
Moore, the man in motion. Here's a give to Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And he'll go down at the 28. 151 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Let's go now.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And this a 39-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Fourth quarter, they cling to a 3-point lead after the field goal a moment ago, and it's certainly a very critical drive with still a good chunk of time remaining. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides, and there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
First down Raiders, Carr to Waller.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Shotgun now for Carr. On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. Carr fighting his former college teammate Adams there for the Raider first. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. On 2nd and 9. Carr. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Davante Adams with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Raiders are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Throwing now is Wilson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Ready, ready.
Now Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And we're definitely getting towards the point of the game where not getting a lot of yards is secondary to keeping the clock moving. I mean, to me, that's a double win defensively. Short gain and some more time off the clock.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Ready, go.
Here's Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The slot man in motion right. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll stop the clock with 5 seconds to go there on the spike. One last shot for Wilson. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right, and it's incomplete. It was an exercise in futility anyway. It doesn't affect the final outcome, and this one's over. Well, an interesting finish to this one. They get in the end zone at the end of the game. Then they went for 2. It wouldn't have mattered. The game was over, but they didn't get that 2-point conversion.
I think trying to get the 2 points, that was for pride for them. But obviously the guys on the other side of the ball had some pride too. They stopped the 2-point play, even though, as you noted, it did not matter. So both teams battled to the end.
So for Las Vegas, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the season is really nosediving now as they fall to 2-12. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.